Okay, Shani, welcome to Bollywood Life.
Thank
How are you
you.
doing? How are you doing? Tell me that first.
Good. I'm good. Yeah, actually, it's a little. I'm oscillating every day between good and horrible. Because I mean, I'm enjoying myself. This in during this quarantine period, but there are so many people who are just suffering incessantly. And the suffering is constantly increasing. So the moment you see Twitter and see these images and videos, it's just really bad. So, yeah, I think as they say, the shit is getting real. And yesterday, a friend of mine lost her father to COVID. Uh, yeah, so it's strange. These are strange times, honestly, for all of us at a personal level, at a social level. So yeah, I mean, holding on.
We are living in an unreal time, I guess. It's like I still think it's like a dream, and one day I'm gonna wake up and everything's gonna be all right with the world. I hope so. So when talking about the good things over here, Foremost Shots is already streaming on Amazon Prime. People are loving it. You're amazing in that. You look ravishing, beautiful, and everything in that. The story is so grappling. Tell me about why people connect with Foremost Shots so easily, and what's the response has been so far for you?
Yeah, man, obviously, I think everyone knows that the response has been quite like overwhelming, and it's been like that. Like I remember doing interviews with you during the before the release of the first season, and then after for Inside Edge, and now we're meeting again like this virtually. It's so strange, but even after the first season had come out, what we hadn't expected was this kind of enormous craze around the show. Because I mean, your work is appreciated, or the show or the film does well is one thing, but what we realized was there was a kind of a cult craze with FOMO shots, and
Right.
we were also not. I don't think we were expecting it at all. No one, and once that happened, we were also wondering what is it about the show that sort of made people this crazy, about
Right.
it, and what is it that they love so much. And that's when we realized that, because maybe there is a real dearth of women's stories, and in the mainstream, and urban women, women like me and my friends, and a general authentic representation of women, their lives, their
Right.
careers, their choices, their desires, and because I think the show sort of bridges that gap, and
Mhm.
um, and is able to talk about women in a very unabashed way.
Right.
I think there is a very direct connect that a lot of people have found. And a lot of
Mhm.
people have found it inspiring and aspirational also, which is quite lovely. And I think because it is about bonding and, women bonding and friendship and sisterhood, which is
Right.
not something seen very much, in the mainstream, narratives. So I think that's what everyone's like, oh my God. And because the second season came out and a lot of people were already waiting for it, constantly writing to us, when is it coming out? When is it coming out? And finally, when it came out, and because of the quarantine or whatever it is, a lot of more people saw it. And because the
Mhm.
second season is actually way better than the first season,
Right.
a new audience saw it, and a lot of people, including people, critics, and also normal people, who are a lot of people I know also, they all saw it and they loved the second season, and said this, that we didn't quite like the first season, but we love the second season. So the second season actually became much bigger because the loyalists who already loved the first season saw it, and there was this large number of new people who also saw it. So I think we've broken into and converted people as well.
Right.
Uh,
That's what it
and
is. Right.
it's quite lovely, honestly. And but these are not things that you can predict, Imran. These are not things that you can
I was
control.
gonna ask you this question: that did you predict before signing the first season of Homo Short? Did you predict that this show is gonna be so big? People are gonna resonate with you so much, and the bonding between you four, Manvi, you, Kirti, and Bani, it looks like you guys are real sisters. all right on the screen. And tell me how's the bonding been after such a long journey, and what's the relation between you guys now?
Well, that's a good question. So I mean, honestly, again, the myth around women that women can't be friends, they can't work
Right.
together. Um, Obviously, it's not true, right? I mean, I keep saying this, that these are all myths, propagated by patriarchy too, you know. But but honestly, none of us sort of expected this, and we're all, I think, we're pretty realistic. And I am quite, I'm not very optimistic. Before not only this, but before any of my projects release,
Mhm.
I am very detached. Okay, so I'm like, हाँ देखा जाएगा, and most of the times I'm quite, and my friends make fun of me. I'm like, यार बिल्कुल नहीं अच्छा होगा. So, so that, and a lot of my friends is like, "Arey, if she says it's not going to do well, it's going to do well." Okay,
Okay.
that happens all the time. So I don't know why I say that, but I feel it won't be that good. Okay, I mean the response or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, we'll see. We didn't expect it. Second season, because we were all at home and nobody could meet, but we're all on the phone, we're all on our groups, and there was just like, it's the number of messages and calls were like, it was just a bombardment. And even now, it's been more than a month, Imran. It released on the 17th of last month.
Yes.
Till today, we get messages on our DMs and these long letters and love letters and long messages, and love letters from like women and men. It's not like men saying I love you. It's like heartfelt, love and
Action.
appreciation. Yeah, and a lot of people who've been affected by it. It's very strange because some women have actually said that I have taken a decision about my career thanks to you. You've given me
Whoa.
this, you've inspired me. I've told my mother I'm not going to marry right now, but I'm going to pursue my career. One girl wrote, I have told my husband that if my career is taking me to another city, we will have to go there. I will have to go there because I'm not going to just sacrifice my career and things like that. Small
Wow.
recently meaning last week, there was a girl who messaged, and it was very emotional, and I get a lot of these emotional messages. So how Damini has the decides to keep the baby and gets pregnant, and then obviously unfortunately has the miscarriage. So there's this girl who messaged me from Calcutta and said, thank you so much for showing this, that Damini has the strength to sort of keep the baby, because my sister 4 years ago got pregnant. The guy who she got pregnant with, her boyfriend at the time, did not want to keep the child, and uh, she sort of fought with everyone and decided to keep the child, and fought with the family. The parents were against it, but then they came around, and now the I mean, the kid is 4,
Wow.
but she was in Calcutta, but the neighbors and people around and society made it so difficult for her and kept talking like, all kinds of things. And then she had to move to Chennai, and then now she has moved to the US because she couldn't sort of deal with the people around.
Mm.
And still today, and what are we talking about? It's such a huge taboo. And she was like, I'm so thankful, and I sort of cried with my sister, and we spoke about this. So thank you. And I said, listen, your sister, I mean, we should be thankful to her and people like her, that they've taken such a brave decision for themselves, because it's not easy. It's easy to write something and show it in a film or a show, but to actually be brave enough to take these calls for yourself in your real life is not easy at all. So yeah, those, a lot of things, a lot of single mothers, a lot of people who have sort of connected with the show and could relate to different things, and they are, they just say thank you, and it's very, very sweet. It's quite overwhelming sometimes. So yeah, coming back to the 4 of us, I think we have our days, we have our good days and our bad days. We have our days when we get along great and we laugh, and and there are days we don't get along. It's just like any
Obviously.
any other friendship. Some days you don't like your friends, and some days you get irritated with them. Some days you love them, and you're like, oh my god, what would I do without you? So
Right.
it's very normal. It's a very normal friendship. Um, which is what is nice is because we've spent so much time with one another over 2 seasons. Um, we get each other. We know what will piss the other one off, and
Okay.
we just know what is a no-go zone. Those kind of things we know, and I think it's getting better with time. Actually, our bond. And when I saw the show, the second season especially, I was quite surprised at the chemistry. I was like, my God, it looks really good. And we were talking about it. So yeah, touch wood, I hope the chemistry stays like this and it's crackling,
It
because that's
stays, it
what.
will stay. Don't worry about that. It's gonna stay lifelong. I think it's gonna be a lifelong bonding for you guys because you guys look so cute together.
Thank you.
All right. So for the next question that I have with me, all right, you've been doing a lot of OTT nowadays. Amazon Prime, you got Inside Edge, you got Former Shots. So tell me, as an actor, what liberty does it give you? What a OTT platform gives you? What liberty does it give you?
What liberty? I think the first and foremost difference is there is no difference in acting, okay? There's no
Yeah.
difference in your performance at all. But the first difference that happens is because in a film which would have a theatrical release, I think a lot of times the producer's a little less risk taking, and probably there are reasons, because you have to hit certain numbers
Right.
at the beginning of the weekend, and at the beginning of the release, and that first weekend and the first week and all of that. That kind of pressure is not there on an OTT platform.
Right.
It's there for a while. It's going to be there for eternity rather. And a lot of people watch a lot of stuff over time. You know,
Right.
so although they do get to know how the show is doing, and get to know in the first week itself, or the first weekend, but it's not the be all and end all. Because those numbers probably don't have to be uh, hit in the first weekend. So I think it's a little more relaxed, and that's why you're able to take more risks in storytelling and say different kinds of stories, and more unconventional stories. Write more unconventional characters, different
Right.
kind of characters, and also because it's a longer format than a film, there are much more characters that can be written in, and their graphs, and like, for example, Inside Edge has like 7 or 8 leads, right? Four shots has 4 leads, and even the smaller parts, which are comparatively smaller, also has like an arc or a graph. So it's
Right.
amazing for writers and actors. So yeah, these are the like main differences, honestly. um I mean, it just gives more opportunity to people, to tell different kind of stories. But other
Right.
than that, I don't think as a performer anything really changes. But I mean, it's just a longer format, so you just have to stay more focused and remember what happened when and which episode, and it's just like three,
Right.
four films. And but apart from that, I don't think there's much difference.
I guess an OTT platform is also providing platform for the young actors to come up and giving a lot of opportunities as well. That's
Yes.
one thing.
That's a very, very valid thing, because before, in a film, you always look for faces and known faces, and obviously stars. It's a star driven industry, Bollywood at least. But in an OTT platform, you just have to be a face and an actor who's good
Right.
enough. Sometimes, in fact, because I just saw Patal Lok, and in stories like that, and not known face is what you need, because the moment you see the known faces, the suspension of disbelief sort of lessens, right? So it's
Right.
actually and they've done such a marvelous job with the casting, that you just need a good actor. You just need
Correct.
a person who's fit for that part. The around the shosha is not enough, not required. So which is great, and it really gave a lot of actors opportunity. The reason we've all sort of, being able to do so much work is because of the OTT platforms, and there's so much to be grateful for.
Yes, thanks the OTT platform for that. So I have some quarantine questions for you, Shayani. I have some kind of quirky, kind of funny questions for you, right? So the first question I'm going to start with is: if you had a chance to get like choose a lockdown partner for this lockdown period, who would you have chosen as your partner?
I would say Maria Goretti, because she's a phenomenal cook. I messaged her also. I was like, listen, I think I want to come stay with you. And she's like, yeah, come. She's like, who's this weirdo? But
Yeah.
she's lovely, and I love what she keeps making. So yeah, I guess Maria Goretti, or even Anubhav Sinha has been cooking really well. So anyone, I guess, who cooks
Anyone who
well and
cooks well, you want to choose a lockdown partner. Very good choice. All
we
right,
love
cool.
to eat.
Next question I have with you is like, give me three web series that you can recommend your fans to watch, and you've been binge watching.
Patal Lok is absolutely fantastic. You have to watch Patal Lok. I watched Never Have I Ever, which is actually, I didn't think I'm going to enjoy it so much, but it's quite lovely. And although, except for the Indian accent, like the funny Indian accent they do sometimes,
Yeah.
it's quite annoying. The show is quite lovely, and it's quite fun. Um, I've been watching a lot of stuff actually. Web series, right? Uh, Damn, I've been watching so much that I'm forgetting now. Um, I love Modern Love. It's really
Okay.
simple. It's just one season, but it was quite beautiful. Yeah.
Okay. Good choices. Yeah, good choices. Not bad ones. Okay. Since we all locked in at home, what's your favorite activity and your least favorite activity that you like to do at home?
So,
I'm
so
gonna enjoy this.
I have weeks of liking something, not liking something. Now, it has a graph. So
Okay.
when the lockdown started, people like, oh, I didn't like doing bartan. Okay, I'm like, arey bartan, itna bartan, and all that. And then after, like when the second week began, I was like, oh, this is nice. So I like, so I started enjoying the bartans. Okay, and I was like, oh, this is fun. And now I'm in that phase where I'm like, oh, maybe not so much. So it's almost like, so jharu I'm okay with. And initially I was telling my friends, I was like, oh, pocha is great. It's great for your abs. You must do pocha. What is this magic mop? You must do it with your hand. It's amazing. And my friends were like, are you mad? We're not doing it without a magic mop. You should also get a magic mop. I was like, no, I really want my abs to be working out. And that's why, now I am waiting. I'm the last one probably to call for a magic mop, and I'm waiting. And I've told myself I'm not going to do pocha till my magic mop comes. Okay, and I think today it's going to come or tomorrow. And I haven't done jharu pocha for a week. I'm like, मेरा magic mop आएगा तभी मैं करूँगा. मेरे से नहीं होगा.
Starting with सब अच्छा लगता है, then it starts growing on you. Okay, so talking about keeping yourself beautiful like you always keep. So girls have been asking what celebs are doing to keep their skin like. If you're following any beauty regime that you can recommend your fans to follow at home.
So I'll tell you again, in the beginning, everyone was like, oh, give us your skincare routine and all that. And then my friends also told me, listen, you have to tell us what are you doing and all. So I
Yeah.
made a video. Okay, I put it on my Instagram. It's there.
Yeah.
Uh, then I started because you slack, right? And then I'm like, I won't clean my face now. Then I'll sleep off. Then I'll be watching something without cleaning my face or putting anything. And then I have two zits that came up, okay? And I'm
Okay.
like, I shouldn't give anyone any gyan because I am not following now. I am really like slacking, I'm just putting like random things on my face. Like I told you, I had an allergic reaction. So I'm
Yeah.
just like, yeah, but I think generally keeping your face clean, and I think working out really helps, just to keep your skin healthy because all the toxins, it's a great release also, but I think just sweating it out just releases a lot of toxins. And um, water, just water, just garam
I did.
pani makes a lot of difference. Yeah.
All right. So talking about workout routines, I have questions for workout routines as well. So can you recommend few workout routines that you do at home regularly, or people can follow just being at home since they're not able to go to the gym?
Um, I do a lot of like body weight workouts, and I have like Bowflex, which are these dumbbells, adjustable dumbbells. So I mean, I do weight training also in the house. And a lot of core exercises on the Swiss ball.
Okay.
Uh, so I'm training with my trainer, instructing me online,
Okay.
like on WhatsApp, on a call. So I can't do alone. I've done it like a few times alone, but I'm not motivated enough. So I need somebody to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, one more. I I need that. I need that push. If I do it one day, I'll be very motivated. The next day, I'll be like, you know. So I'm not consistent as a human being. I've realized. I'm sorry.
We all are not, I guess, because it's the times are like that that you cannot be consistent. One day one day you're doing it, the other day you're like, no, forget it, I'll do it later. It's fine, it's
Yeah.
fine, it's normal, human.
Thank
Okay, so I have two more questions for you. Okay, they say we make a habit or break a habit in 21 days, but it's been more than 21 days. Have you made any habit or broken any habit during this lockdown period?
It's a very good question, which is having me to think. So, broken any habit? Yeah, I mean, not broken any habit. I was very like, so I'm very OCD, right? Uh, and and I have this cleanliness thing, and but now when I'm doing it myself, so I generally clean. I'm very methodical. I would like it's sparkling clean my house and all that. But as I told you in the last 1 week, I haven't done jharu pucha, and I'm like, you know what? I'm alone, and it's fine. So I guess I'm cutting myself some some slack. Actually, in the other way, like I'm not being so tough on myself, right? So, which is fine because otherwise I'm very tough on myself. And I'm actually not like I'm generally a workaholic, so I over pressurize myself to like be productive. Although I'm a really lazy human being, but I think I've come to that balance of some days if I just want to chill and do nothing and just cook and eat, it's fine. But and some days I'm super productive, and obviously we were doing a lot of work and videos and live sessions and interviews, and I'm reading scripts, and I'm also like painting and singing and picking up new songs and lots of things like watching films, discussing them. So that all of that is also happening. So yeah, I mean, connecting with people, seeing where relief work is happening, as I said right
Right.
now. So yeah, those kind of things are also happening. So I think I've been able to strike a balance in a way,
Right.
and find things that give me joy, find things that make me happy and make keep me sane, which is
Mhm.
I think now we all need.
We all
Uh,
need that.
yeah, the new thing is I'm obviously cooking a lot.
Okay.
If you go on my Instagram, you'll be able to see. Yeah, I made gajar ka halwa yesterday. Never did I
Wow.
going to make gajar ka halwa one day. So yeah, I mean those small things. I mean, cleaning my bathroom. Never did I think I'm going to clean my bathroom ever. Not something that I love doing, but I've grown to. I mean, I'm okay with it now. So yeah,
This
those kind of
kid is
things.
making us do a lot of things that we're not comfortable with, and we're exploring it, and we are actually good at it while we do it, right? So we should be thankful that we're getting this time to do. All right. So talking about your future project, Shani, what is in the pipeline for you? What are you doing next? Where are we seeing you?
Uh, wow. I have an announcement coming up.
Hmm?
My film will release soon, one of my films, and I'm quite excited. But I'm going to tell you once the announcement is made, because I don't want to jinx it. Um, but yeah, I mean, we'll all start shooting whenever shoot starts. I don't know when that's going to happen. Uh, I doubt this year. I mean, it's right now. It feels like it might not happen this year,
Mhm.
or maybe end of the year it'll start. Let's see. I mean, we're all dying to go back and shoot 4 more shots. Season 3, we're going to start shooting,
Wow.
and I have a few projects that I've already shot for, and I'm hoping that they get ready, even if it's like lockdown, and and they can come out to the OTT platforms, because now at least that avenue is open to us.
All right, because we can't wait to see you more. Because it's a treat when you come on the screens and we watch you. It's like it's always you're smiling to like watching you. Okay, so I hope I see you in person and we do this in person when all this is over. I guess the world we go out will be a better world. Will be a humbling world, a loving world, and I get to see you again.
Absolutely. No, I mean, seriously, it's so weird to be doing it like this, but it's always good to see you and your smiling face. So please take care of yourself and yeah, and just whoever's watching this, if you can help anyone out there, because there are too many people out there who are in need of food right now and money. Please just keep giving, because I think right now a new uh, and this is not a gyan or anything, this is just realization that I'm sharing, that this entire, we are here, a big reason being greed, and this self-centered way of living. And I think right now what we really need to realize is it's not just about ourselves. Whatever you have, you need to share, and you genuinely need to make this a habit and a way of life. And I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, I mean last night. We were all a little disturbed, and and there is going to be a lot of unrest and people, because a lot of people who were okay financially will not be okay anymore, so everyone's struggling and everyone's going to go through a bad phase, including people, including a lot of obviously poor people who are already poor. They're going to it's they're going to suffer even more, unfortunately. But just give, whatever you have, just share. And I think we all need to, start thinking about everyone else, and not just about ourselves. So it's just a humble request. Please help whoever you can.
That's a very sweet gesture, Shani. It's time we become human again and we try to be human. Like, all right,
Yeah.
we ended on an emotional note. Thank you so much for chatting with me. It's amazing chatting with you. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Yeah,
Thank you.
best of luck.
Bye. Bye.